Prashant is a contractor from Uppalpadu village in Andhra Pradesh. He is happy that he has bagged a contract from GEM portal. By virtue of his existing relationship, he also has a sanctioned bank guarantee limit from his bank. Now he is all set to flourish and starts to dream big. The last day of submission of performance guarantee being only 3 days far, he approaches the bank and requests them to issue a BG. The bank tells him to bring the stamp paper. Now, the fun begins. The local stamp vendor has exhausted all his stock and stamps are not available until next week. Feeling helpless, Prashant rushes to Vijayawada, which is the nearest big city, almost 50 kilometers away from his home. After a lot of struggle, he was actually able to manage a 500 rupees stamp paper at the cost of 1000 rupees. His entire day gets wasted behind a single piece of paper. With only 2 days to go, he reaches the bank before it opens and hands over all the documents to the manager. But where to send the SFMS? Enquired the manager. Prashant had no idea what the manager was talking about. Get me the beneficiary bank details. The manager repeated. You see, we have to send an electronic message to the beneficiary bank. Unfortunately, your tender documents have no mention to that. Visibly puzzled, Prashant makes a couple of calls to the beneficiary office and manages to get the details. This bank branch is not unable to accept the SFMS messages. One more hurdle. Prashant desperately reaches out to the beneficiary office again and finally gets the bank details that works. Half a day gone, the BG is yet to be issued. But he waits patiently. This contract is so important for him. He has built his credential for the last 3 years to reach here and get a direct contract in his name. You see, the BG format is not approved by our bank. We have to take permission from a higher office. What? How long will it take? I don't know, maybe a week. With the contract being on the edge of cancellation, Prashant is now worried about the advance money that he has paid to all his suppliers. If you are an upcoming entrepreneur, this is the sort of harsh reality you might have faced. But not anymore. National E-Governance Service Limited presents Digital Bank Guarantee, an affirmative step towards Digital India. The existing system of bank guarantee has a lot of challenges, or better to say shortcomings. Potential for misuse and fraud. Difficulty in verifying BG status. Whether it is issued, amended or invoked. Cost incurred by banks in storage and retrieval. Now here comes the answer to all your problems. 100% digital and paperless. Online e-stamping in respective states. NESL will act as a repository to all the BGs issued in electronic form. There is also an option for storage by respective issuing banks. Ease of transmission and access by all concerned parties. Absolutely amazing. Isn't it? If you are worried about the enforceability of documents which are created, signed and stored in the digital world, let us clarify. In India, all these are governed by Indian Evidence Act 1872. The term document was amended and its ambit was redefined in the year 2000. Section 65B of Indian Evidence Act 1872 states, any information contained in an electronic record which is printed on a paper, stored, recorded or copied in optical or magnetic media, produced by a computer, shall be deemed to be also a document. If you want to read a copy of the Act, we are enclosing the link in the description of this video. Digital Document Execution Platform digitalizes the document or agreement execution workflow in its entirety. From submission of documents, to payment of stamp duty, to digital e-stamping to e-sign by the signatories to a completely secure digital storage and retrieval system. Further, The DD platform enables an API-based integration allowing submission of documents or agreements to the execution workflow. So it's not only digital bank guarantee, loan agreement, hypothecation, indemnity bond, almost everything is now possible paperless. Digital document execution in India was introduced in June 2020 through this order from the Ministry of Finance. This paved way for digital bank guarantee in 2022. Without any surprise, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank became the first mover in this segment. As you can see, the percentage of commission-based income of these two banks are already on a much higher side with respect to their public sector counterparts. And we all know BG commission is one of the key sources of commission-based income. BG business involves low capital allocation, strengthening the capital adequacy ratio for the banks. At the same time, it involves investment in terms of technological upgradation and training of officers across India. Because until and unless leads are generated from the branches and officers are empowered to offer first-hand customer service, all other initiatives will fall flat. If you are looking for training materials on trade finance at affordable prices to begin with, then you can consider our courses at bankon.school. The link is given in the description of the video.